Hello, this is Scott. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we're talking about Statistica right now in this series, and basic Statistica. This one is going to be about cross-tabulation, cross-tab tables, and it will be very short. So we're extending upon what we did last time, and we're going to open up the sports file again, where we have surveys of 100 men and what they watch on TV, whether it's always football, always baseball, basketball, etc. So we have 14 variables, 100 cases here. And we've covered frequency tables last time, and then we've already covered ANOVA, which is a very powerful way to do statistical testing of differences in different categories. But the crosstab option gives you some things to play with, and hopefully you'll find meaningful. I'm going to go to this, again, basic statistics, and then I'm going to go to tables and banners, and then I'm going to click OK. The first panel is variable selection. So let me just do football and baseball here. And if I click OK, then I'm taken to a more of an analysis panel. And so that's what we have. So if I just click on summary, I get a crosstab summary for those variables so that I can see a couple of things. Men surveyed that always watch football and always watch baseball. There's 24 out of the 100 that chose that category. Men that always watch baseball, there's 28 out of the 100, so regardless of how much football they watch. Looking at men that never watch baseball or football, there's 12 of them, and so forth. So really conditional type probability. You can look at one thing given another is one of the options to do there. So another thing that we could do is we can go to this option tabs, and we can select this Pearson and chi-square test, and we can do a detailed two-way table and test for a difference, an overall difference of people that watch football versus baseball, and the test at 0.05 is highly significant. So there is definitely a difference between watchers of baseball and football here. And then another thing that we could do is we can, as we saw before, we can create like a 3D histogram, and we can view this, and we can rotate this around and see that those men, by the largest peak is those men that always watch both sports. Next peak is probably the men that watch, sometimes watch both of them. And we can see here, nothing here. They never watch football, but always watch baseball. There are none that responded that way. So some interesting data, some interesting ways to look at the data for you. And then everything else is pretty much an extension, right? So you do have these different options. You do have all of these statistical tests over here for two-way tables. If you click on help, if you click on the plus sign, you can get help on all of those particular tests. And you can also do multi-way tables, right? So this is just a two-way table. So if I click cancel and go back to the select variables, I can select additional sports as well, right? So this one is selecting football, baseball, and basketball. And of course, I can even add additional variables. But if we look at a three-way table here, a summary, then this is what I get. So people that, let's say, sometimes watch football, sometimes watch baseball, and sometimes watch basketball, there's 12 of those folks. And of course, as we get more granular, the cell counts will go down, but we can do significance testing even within the cells. So keeping it short, I will end there. one other note, you might wonder why this is red. This is just, there's a setting in here, and for cell counts greater than 10, it's going to show red. So with that, I'll end there. And the next video I do with regards to Statistica, and I'm not sure if that's going to be next time or not, but the next Statistica one I do, I think I'm going to do either on, well, I'll probably do ordinary least squares, simple regression.